going into New Vegas is incredible.
We care so much about this show and so much about these characters.
I feel like I've been like baptized by fire.
They have hitmen here. These are two of them right here.
All I was thinking of was the pizza on the roof.
I don't think anybody was expecting that.
There was a can't talk about that one.
What was the most fun you had filming during season 2? Is there a memory that sticks in your head?
Chopping it up and chewing scenery with Walton Goggins. We had one 12-page scene that was just all over Mr. House's penthouse, and we had so much fun shooting that scene. It was a blast.
From season 1, definitely. There was a shot we had of us walking in to look at the power armor in the shed, and there'd been a storm rolling in, and out there it's the desert, you can see for miles. Got that shot walking in just as the rain was starting to hit, and then at the end of the shot, the power armor's there, for real, hanging in that shed. It was great. I'll never forget that. Yeah.
I'd ask why my dad ran into a den of monsters, but he'd probably just tell me to shut the fudge up.
Oh gosh, so there's more Hank, which is nice. And whereas in season 1 we saw Hank as the loving father, as the leader of Vault 33, and very capable leader, now we see Hank in season 2 as more of the inventor, the mad scientist. You could just say scientist, but I like mad scientist. Visionary, he's got a dream and an idea about what to do. And someone who's he has a backstory that's caused him some pain and some grief, something that he was sort of passed over, and he still carries that thorn.
If the problem with the world is factions, endlessly fighting, endlessly at war, then what is the solution but to get rid of the factions?
Which of your co-stars would survive the Wasteland and why?
Walton Goggins would survive the Wasteland. Honestly, he is the Ghoul. I mean, he just got back from Mongolia, I think. I think he was just in Mongolia, horseback riding with his son and eating goat meat and whatever he was doing. I think he had a horse fall on him too. Anyway, you can ask him about it, but he would certainly survive.
I do always back myself in a challenge, but I think it's hubris to say myself. So it would be between Annabelle O'Hagan and Johnny Pemberton. They're both much more resourceful, I think, than the average person would expect.
Gonna bring him to justice. So people know that how they conduct themselves matters.
She's looking for her father. She's trying to maintain her, golden rule mentality. But she's in the Wasteland now. And she's spending time with the Ghoul. And we'll see how long that moral compass lasts.
Season 1, you've got a taste of who Cooper Howard was, but in season 2, you really understand exactly who he is, and where he fits into this paradigm. And there is a confusion about the world that he thought that he knew that dovetails into the future, which is the Ghoul, and who he is kind of in today's world. And one kind of informs the other in a very visceral way. It is surprising to me where it goes.
Obviously, the practical effects on set are incredible. Why are they so important for the world of Fallout over CGI? Why are we making giant rad scorpions?
If you're gonna undertake to adapt beautiful games, which are made with computer graphics, you're not going to win with beautiful computer graphics. You distinguish it. If there's a reason to make the show, it's to make that world feel tactile, beautiful, and real. And the only way that that I know how to do that is to just rack up the frequent flyer miles and get out there and do it for real.
What's the favorite thing you made for season 2, or that you sort of saw tangibly come to life?
Oh my God, definitely the Deathclaw puppet was amazing, and that's part of the practical approach to filmmaking that we have on the show, which was initiated by Jonah. But when you see it with, it takes multiple puppeteers to operate, and when you see it, operating at full speed and charging towards you, it's really fun and scary.
We saw in the first season the practical effects blew everybody away, including yourself.
Yeah, amazing.
Did you get to visit set season 2?
Absolutely.
Was there anything that you can hint at that blew you away when you saw it?
I mean, look, the scale of New Vegas as a proper set is incredible. And it's a location that, gamers know. So unlike season 1, you know the vault, a lot of places are places that you don't have an expectation for, whereas going into New Vegas, as a player, you have an expectation for, because you've walked around that. And so their ability to pull it off on the scale so much of it practical. It was incredible.
But our production designer, Howard Cummings, absolutely rose to the occasion. He built tremendously massive sets for Freeside, the Strip. It was like a scale I've never seen before, so all kudos really go to him for his achievement.
The challenge here is that if you love the games, you played them, we spend so much time on the Strip. Whatever activities you're up to, we're not going to get into that, but you know that location. And it's this very odd thing, and I've experienced it a couple of times. When we would go to Miami years ago and realizing I could navigate Miami because of how much time I'd spent playing Grand Theft Auto. You have the same experience here. You know this place. And so to try to build it for the camera, exceptionally difficult. Our team did an amazing job.
I understand we're discussing a civil war. I must not have gotten my invitation.
I mean, it's a beautiful tragedy, you know? It's a harsh reality that Maximus is living in when we start this second season, but what's nice is I think we get the opportunity in this second season to see him not wanting to be right so much anymore, but maybe wanting to be a little bit more effective about his choices in the Wasteland.
Were you surprised by the reception to season 1?
I wasn't, because you guys wrote an amazing, amazing show.
I was incredibly relieved. But no, Jonah brought so much beauty to the first season. I think of all the recent sci-fi adaptations, it's by far the most gorgeous to watch, and that's all thanks to Jonah's approach to filmmaking and what he brought to it.
I think it's also about these games. These games are so terrific, and that's why we made the show. Fans of the games from way back when, even when we were told there's no way that Todd would ever let anyone make a show out of the games, we just love the games. And we're not alone. There's a lot of people out there. So we're relieved, gratified, but not surprised that there are a lot of people out there like us who love this world.
How did it feel to begin as the most wholesome character and then end up the bad guy?
Absolutely wonderful. I love characters that surprise the audience. And I wasn't expecting that from Hank. I don't think anybody was expecting that from Hank. But I also love the fact that they built in, it's not a logical rationale for it necessarily, but he does, in his mind, justify what he's done. He realizes he's done something pretty monumentally bad, but he's able to justify it to live with himself, because the alternative meant that the vault would perish. So he's like, all right, he hit the problem with the sledgehammer, maybe a little too much, maybe a little too robust, but that's Hank.
Are there any Easter eggs we should keep an eye out for?
Hank is a big fan of the NCR. I'm very excited with where that goes.
And what I do is I know everything.
3 things you take into a vault. You can only take 3.
3 things. Oh gosh. Okay. A gun. An internal combustion engine vehicle, because I could maybe take it apart and fix other things with those parts. I'm talking about a hunk of metal, really, is what I'm saying. And I'd be lost. I'd be lost without some kind of music, some kind of speaker.
Certainly my dog. I would take my wife first. My dog second. Let me correct that. And then I think tequila would be a great thing to take, and some Wi-Fi, I suppose.
I feel like that was 4.
I might have
sorry
been 4.
about your wife having
All
to
right, Wi-Fi goes out. Yeah, sorry
dog.
about my wife. She goes out.
I think I'd take something really stupid like a snooker table. Get really good at snooker for no reason. I've got no one to play against. A games console. Got to keep yourself entertained somehow in between the snooker games.
What games console would you take?
I feel like that's a trap.
We love them all.
I
We
would
love them
take
all.
my gaming PC that I built for myself. That's
Yes.
what I would take.
Love it.
Even though it really desperately needs some upgrades, I'd scrap them from the water cooling system. That would give me an excuse to go find a water chip.
Yeah.
A library. Is that a single object?
A single
Can I
object?
count that as a single object?
I mean, Kindle.
Kindle.
I feel like it's cheeky,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah,
gonna let you
Kindle.
have it.
That'll do.
Yeah. I feel like a library. You can, one of those shelves that you can like roll
Exactly,
on. Yes.
with the
Oh my goodness.
staircase.
3.
Oh, 3 things. Well, family, of course. They go with me. Dogs. I don't know if that counts as one thing. My vineyard, that has to go
That's
in,
one
of
thing, of
course.
course.
I mean, absolutely. What else would I take? Zeppelin 4, probably.
My dog, my coffee machine, and infinite amounts of pen and paper. That counts as 1.
My wife, my dog, I guess my children. Do they count?
I think that's fair. I
Yeah,
think that's fair.
but the wife is like Kim runs everything, and like so. I I need her.
Loads of people jumped into Fallout for the first time after the first season. Fallout 4, Fallout 76. Where do you recommend new people jump into Fallout if they want to get into the games after seeing Season 2?
Well, I mean, I have to say Fallout 76 right now. It's the game we're still doing the most work in. The Burning Springs update just came out. The Ghoul is in the game. So if you're watching the show and you think, I want to go experience that, 76 right now is just awesome. And you're going to meet other players in the community. But Walton doing the role of the Ghoul in the game has really been a really special treat. It kind of comes, full circle with him doing it.